Well, refusing to back down, President Trump saying that he believes Kim Jong-un will honor their denuclearization agreement, but suggested that China could be obstructing the goal amid trade tensions. So is President Trump fighting this battle on two fronts? Joining me now is military expert Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
You bet. My pleasure to be here. Thanks.
So let's bring up this tweet that President Trump sent out. And do you believe that China is meddling in this denuclearization process with North Korea? Do you believe what the president tweeted out?
Well, there's a couple of things we got to take into consideration and understand with China, and that is, number one, that they value economic prosperity above almost anything. And then the second thing is that they think in terms of regional strategic view, i.e. they view many things all together, and that includes the trade war right off the top, but also the denuclearization issue with North Korea, the South China Sea issue with all those islands that they're building out there, and then also the Taiwan issue. So they think of all those things together. And we don't have to wonder if that's what they're doing, because Chinese state media has been very open in the last several days about saying that those things are connected. And so they'll use whatever levers they can in combination with all that to get what they think is the best interest of Chinese economic development. And if they think that that means, you know, maybe tweaking things a little bit on the denuclearization issue, they may be willing to do that. And so I think it's really important that we also think in those same terms of having all those things together, and that it's not individual, like stovepipe kind of options.
Right.
Because if we're thinking in different terms than they are, then we're going to have more trouble than we need to.
Yes. So what should those terms be? Because when it comes to tariffs, we know that the U.S. and China, they're placing 25% tariffs on $34 billion of each other's exports. Right now, the U.S. trade deficit with China, it increased 18.7% to $33.2 billion. So what type of leverage do we have? What type of leverage do they have?
Right. And there's no doubt that that's, I mean, and plus China has been cheating on intellectual property rights for a long time. And President Trump is absolutely right in addressing those issues, because we need to bring it back into balance. But the real question is, you know, what is the best way to do that? Because we don't want to press too hard on the economic realm with the trade war that it actually complicates our security interest with North Korea, because China can be more cooperative or they can be more combative depending on how things go in that direction. And I think maybe there are better ways, or certainly there are other ways that we can handle some of the trade negotiations through the WTO and some other things. We have a really good track record with all that. But what we have to avoid is making things more difficult than they already are going to be with North Korea.
Can I ask you, what did you take this to mean when our Secretary of State Mike Pompeo came out of these meetings with North Korea, and then you had North Korea saying that the U.S. is gangster-like, their demands are our demands are gangster-like, and then we had Pompeo hitting back saying, well, if America is gangster-like, then the world is gangster-like, because if you're talking about sanctions, it was a unanimous decision to keep these sanctions until the denuclearization is complete.
Right, and this really highlights how the two sides view things differently. Because on the North Korea side, well, and I'll point out actually that on the Chinese side, United States, North Korea, South Korea, everyone says that denuclearization is the ultimate goal, and I think they all believe that. The path to get there, though, is a very different. So North Korea, when they said that gangster-like, what they viewed in context, when you look at the interpretation of it, they're saying, hey, you're coming in like you're going to rob us by asking us to give up everything, and only at the end, then you'll give us something that we have to trust you. While we're saying, okay, but before we relieve sanctions, you have to do all these things. They're looking for a phased approach, i.e. they give up something and then we relieve something on the side here, and then they continue going forward. And if we go into the situation where we have to have 100% CVID before we give anything, then that's going to be really hard to come to any kind of conclusion. So we have to be willing maybe to give and take a little bit to get our ultimate objective.
Yeah, but at the same time, North Korea, Kim Jong-un, has to appear to be fighting back. So we will see what happens next. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it as always.